IVM.
Hello and welcome to the Habit Coach Podcast, the bite-sized podcast filled with quick and easy, actionable habits. Remember, great habits create that awesome life. I am Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach. And today's fun fact of the day has to do with seasons. Did you know that astronomers believe that an object the size of Mars hit Earth 4.5 billion years ago? And this object is what caused the Earth to tilt on its axis. And this slight tilt of 23.5 degrees has caused the seasons here on Earth. Imagine if there was no tilt and no seasons, we would not be worried about climate change. In fact, we might not even exist. We take these seasons for granted. They come, they go, they come, they go. They do their job, and especially for us urban folk, the weather is just a nuisance, or it is something to celebrate. But having spent the last 2 years on my farm, I've realized that for farmers, the seasons are far more nuanced. They don't just see it as a summer or winter or rain. They see this as the time to plant the seeds. This is the time to water the plants. This is the time to pluck the fruits. This is the time to till the soil and prepare it, etc., etc. And when I came to the farm, I was super enthusiastic. I was like, I'll plant this vegetable, I'll plant that vegetable, and this thing and that thing. And all the workers in the farm just laughed at me and said that in this lilting Hindi of theirs, ऐसा थोड़ी होता है साहब, अभी तो धरती सूखी है, कुछ नहीं कर सकते. He said, basically, translated, it doesn't work like that. The soil is too dry right now, you can't dig it. Then when the time was right, I helped them furrow the land, plant the seeds. But only when the time was right. Then I sat and waited, and waited, and waited. Not a single bit of green in sight. What is this rubbish? How can a plant take so long to grow? It's so frustrating. But no amount of anticipation and hoping made those plants come faster. So when the time was right, the plants came out. But the job was not done. Then came the watering and the nurturing phase, protecting these little babies from the bugs and the crows and the rabbits. Then the seasons came and the rains took over. Our job was done. We just had to wait and let the rains do their thing. Only when the season was right did the plants bear their fruit. Now, the reason for this long story is to show you how the farmer knows the key to happiness. He knows that there are seasons. And each season has a role and a job that we have to do, or we have to do something during that season. But as city people, we've forgotten that nature has a rhythm. But more importantly, we've forgotten that we are a part of nature as well. So we too have our natural rhythms. There are times in our lives when we have to just do nothing and wait. The environment is not ready for you to do anything. And some of us are in this stage right now, which is why this frustration of, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do, that impatience that is there. And there are times that we have to prepare the soil, times to till the land, to make the furrows. And this is the preparation for change in our life. Maybe it's developing a new skill set, learning from online courses, or basically just setting the groundwork for whatever it is that you want to do. Next, we have to sow the seeds for success, the seeds of our future habits, the seeds of our future self. These are the baby ideas that become our success crops, that bear the fruit. And if you've done this stage, the next season is all in your control. You water and you nourish. You take care of all the hard work that you put into it now, and you continue to do so. But the problem here is that we lose patience and think we can just plant another seed, not realizing that we now have to wait for the right season again for the planting. Instead, this is what we always do. We get impatient and try something else. But this is the time to painstakingly practice and develop and nurture whatever it is that you're working on. Take care of it and protect it from all the outside world, all the outside interference that's going to take place. Finally comes the hardest part. The seasons change and your plant is now big enough and gets nourished by the rain. You no longer have to worry about it. You just have to be patient. And many of us are here with our careers and our relationships. The hard work is paying off, but we just have to now be patient. Soon it will be time for the rewards and the fruits to come out. It is time to rejoice. So your simple habit starts by understanding these seasons and understanding which of these seasons you are currently in. You see, like the farmers, we have to understand that the key to happiness is understanding that there's a rhythm to our life. There's a rhythm. And when it is time to make a change, you have to be patient and wait for that season to come again. We can't have everything that we want right now, like us urban city folks think about. There is a time and there's a rhythm to it. Take a moment to see where are you in these seasons right now. Are you nurturing? Are you planting? Are you waiting and being patient? Are you laying the groundwork for something amazing? Focus on that. Don't get distracted by anything else and enjoy this time. Don't wait and look into the future for whatever is going to come. Because when the time is right, everything will happen. So start these habits and share with us your progress using the hashtag #TheHabitCoach. If you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on social media. We are at IVM Podcasts on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to reach out to me, I am Ashdin Doc on Twitter and Instagram. You can find lots more information on my website, awesome180.com, or check out different content on my YouTube channel called AWESOME180. That's Awesome180.
I hope you enjoyed that show. If you aren't following us on social media, please do. We're IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. We'd like to thank the sponsors on the network this week, Cred, PayPal, and Siad. Thank you. We really do appreciate the support. So this week on Cyrus Says was great. We had Meghna joining us on Cock and Bull, Tanveer Taj and Priyanka Jena talking about pets. Yuma Qureshi talks about her new television show and her life in Bollywood. And to celebrate 700 episodes on Cyrus Says, we had a number of his previous producers come on board and reminisce. Tune into This Round Is On Me, where Gauri Devidayal was joined by Samir Sheth and Yash Panage. These are the guys who started Bombay Canteen, O Pedro, and a number of other restaurants. Really great conversation they had with Gauri. On The Habit Coach, Ashdin Doctor tells us about nourishing creativity and the importance of losing and some micro-habits to counter overthinking. On their 75th episode, Ritasha and Rayushi talk to Naveen Richards. On The Note with Monica Nayad, she speaks with Komal Nahata to talk about the business of Bollywood, lockdown losses, piracy issues, and experiments being done to keep it going. On Advertising is Dead, Varun is joined by Guru Bhatt, VP of Customer Success Platform for PayPal India, to talk about how the digital money landscape and the fintech ecosystem has fundamentally altered the world. We also have Thalarate, our Kannada podcast, hosts Ganesh and Pawan discuss video games, and Sivakamyam Sabatam, the Tamil show where Kavita Jiva sheds light in another story about the bravery and excellence in the governance of the Pallava dynasty. And with that, I hope to see you again next week.
Whether you're an established sports person or a budding one, or simply a sports enthusiast, join us, Tanvi and Shlok.
We are two passionate pro badminton players talking policy, mindset, and everything sport.
So tune in to the Millennial Athlete every Monday.
Only on the IVM Podcast Network.
Trust us, it's gonna be lit.